now for the Town Talker with Reverend Zechariah A. Jackson. Reverend Jackson is founding pastor of the church of what's happening now, located in Plainfield, New Jersey. And now, the Town Talker, Reverend Zechariah Jackson.
Well, it's good coming to you. Look like the weather is clearing up finally. We're going to have a good holiday Monday, and I guess we all been waiting to know whether the weather was going to clear up. Today I have many people here, candidates running for office, and I want everyone to get out the 3rd of June, the first Tuesday, I believe it is.
That's correct.
Mr. Mapp. And vote whatever way you choose. You know, I just hope that you get out and exercise the right. You know, it's a little crowded in here, and of course I take blame for that right there. It's just that I met candidates at different times, you know. They like to come up, you know, and so just may God be with us as we journey this half an hour. I want each and every one of you candidates and the two concerned citizens here to introduce yourself. You can pass the mic that way. And you can
My name is Deborah Dow, and I'm the Republican candidate for City Council at large.
My name is Harold Gibson, and I am currently serving as councilman at large, running for a full term effective January 1st, 2009.
I'm Harry McNally from Fanwood, interested in Plainfield for many reasons besides being a neighbor, and I guess I can't really have time right now to go into those.
Good evening, my name is Kiona Miller, and I'm a public speaker and a community educator through St. Peter's Hospital in New Brunswick.
Hello and good evening. I am Adrian Mapp, and I am running for the 3rd Ward City Council seat. I am running with Ann Mcwilliams, who is running for the citywide at large. We are running as a team, Democrat for Change.
Hi, my name's Olive Lynch, and I'm also running for 3rd Ward Council seat, and I'm an independent Democrat.
Okay. Well, let's start with Mr. Gibson. Can you explain to the audience exactly councilman at large and what is the duties of the councilman at large?
Well, the duties of the councilman at large are probably the same as each ward councilman in that we represent the people of the city of Plainfield who have put us into office. The councilman at large is the one position amongst the city council that is citywide. All the other positions represent a segment of the city, but the councilman at large represents the city citywide, just as the mayor does. And what our role is to do what we can as part of the council to enhance the life of the people who are our constituents in the city of Plainfield. It may go in many directions, and I can't begin to talk about how many different kinds of problems that people call council people about.
Sure.
Sometimes they call the ward councilman, sometimes we have 2 people who are at large for 2 wards in the city, for the 1st and 4th ward and the 2nd and 3rd ward. There are 2 at large people for those segments, but the one councilman at large, the position that I currently hold and am running for, represents the entire city.
Okay, and your expectations for, I mean, we talked about this the other day, you and I both. If reelected, what are your plans to bring the Plainfield, to bridge the gap and bring Plainfield more into the 21st century in terms of jobs and things of that nature?
Well, first and foremost, I would want to say that Plainfield is currently already moving into the 21st century. We have, during the time that I've been on the council, which is the past 2 years, is that we have enhanced our firefighters' ability to fight fires by
Sure.
providing them with new equipment. We have helped our public safety features as relates to the police department by continuing to put more police on the streets. There is a new vehicle, a command post vehicle that the city of Plainfield now has, which was purchased through grant funding while I was serving as the Union County Director of Public Safety. I was overseer of incoming funds through the State Department of Homeland Security, and we helped to make sure that Plainfield got that vehicle.
Sure.
There are any number of things that will enhance the life of our city. One of the things is to take a more careful look at how we spend the taxpayers' money, how we collect taxes. And although there is a budget, it's a printed document, and almost anyone can get to look at it, but you need to look at what the money is spent for. Sometimes you have a limited amount of dollars, and you have to be able to determine where those dollars are best spent. So one of my things it would be to try to make certain that what money is made available to us as members of the city council, that we take that money and utilize it for the best interests of the city and the citizens.
Well, okay, well, I didn't mean that as an understatement by saying bringing Plainfield to the 21st century, but again, it's only 8 years into the 21st century, so that's why I put the question to you that way. Nothing against Plainfield. I think that Plainfield is on the move and into the 21st century, but I wasn't saying that it wasn't.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, I want to direct a question towards Mr. Mapp. When and if you are elected into office, you know you've been there before, and I didn't even know that you wasn't in the office because I always see you at different functions. You were city council president at one time.
That's correct.
All right, you were freeholder.
That is correct.
Okay, and I guess that's where I kind of lost you at being freeholder because every time I went to the polls, I always see your name, and I just I didn't know that you wasn't in office. So what is it that you would like to say to the people that's listening, their listening audience?
I would like to say to the people of Plainfield that it's time for a change. Plainfield needs members on the governing body that are going to represent the best interests of the city of Plainfield. They need members on the governing body that's going to take seriously their fiduciary responsibilities. They need members on the governing body that will hold the administration accountable, and members on the governing body that will make sure that the services for which the residents are paying are delivered. Taxes are high as it is, and people want to know that they're getting value for the dollars that they're paying. And so when I return to the city council, I want to focus on accountability, making sure that the administration is held accountable to the highest standard possible, and that we deliver the services to the city that it needs, that we focus on making sure we enforce our property maintenance codes, that we rebuild our infrastructure. As I drive across the city and as I speak to people across the city, they're very frustrated at the fact that our infrastructure is falling apart, that our roads are in a very sorry state of decay. And so I want to focus on those areas. I want to also make sure that the quality of life for every citizen is improved and enhanced in a way that people would enjoy living in Plainfield. So that's what I want to do when I return to the city council. I just want to make it better for all of us who live here and make sure that our property, that our tax dollars are spent wisely, because I have a problem with the way the administration is spending our tax dollars, and we've got to make sure that not only must we enhance revenues, we must control our expenses, and that is not something that is happening right now.
Okay, Mr. Mapp, we hope that you get into office. In the words of Reverend Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. There's nothing wrong with that today. I want to turn to Olive Lynch, and Ms. Lynch, you seem to have an economic package for the city that you I've often heard you talk about bringing more of infrastructure